welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anissa. I'm documenting my TTC journey with my wife, Bridget. As you can probably tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about what happened during IUI round 2 and just a review on last year and 2020 as a whole and my TTC journey. So, to be honest, I recorded a ton of footage from my last cycle, so IUI round 2, and I was trying to go through and edit it, and it was really hard for me because I seem really sad in a lot of it, and I genuinely like to be a very optimistic person, and I'm not super negative. I try not to be, at least. And when I started this journey, I knew that it was going to take a lot out of me, but I don't think that I fully was aware of just how much that was and what that would mean for myself, for my relationship, for my partner. So I filmed a bunch of footage and I didn't like it, and I don't really want to put it out there because I feel like a lot of it is me being sad, but I'm not fully talking about how I feel, so it just seems like kind of disconnected. So I wanted to put together this video where I kind of talk about my feelings a bit more. So IUI round 2. It's pretty normal. Like my last cycle, I went through my monitoring stages. I actually got to my ovulation date much quicker than my first cycle, so I think I was on day 15 or so, which was great because I have PCOS. Typically I don't ovulate for a very long time, so it did seem like the letrozole helped with that. I then did my trigger shot and had the insemination like normal. During my 2-week wait, I once again had to do Crinone, or the vaginal suppositories for progesterone. So I did that, and then I got really, really sick. I was vomiting every day for 5 days. I had the worst headache of my life, legit. It woke me up at 3 in the morning and I was sobbing and then puking at the same time, and I don't know what happened. A part of me feels like it was a result of the suppositories. I don't know. I don't feel great on them, and I do have reactions to them. So personally, that's what I think. I did talk to my doctor and she did not think that. She actually thought that I had COVID. So I actually went to get COVID tested, and luckily and thankfully that came back negative, but that did kind of make me think that it was the progesterone suppositories. I don't know, but just that whole week was just shit, honestly. It was horrible. I couldn't keep anything down, and it just wasn't fun. It wasn't great. I also, during my monitoring, had to go back like multiple times during the week, like you do when you're monitoring, but I just had to wake up super early. And the other thing that happened during this process is I actually was interviewing for another position at work, and my last IUI and the one before that, so my round 1 and 2, both of them coincided the day right before I had an interview. So my insemination was that day, and then the next day I had an interview. So both times I was like extremely nervous and like anxious right after my insemination. Not that I think that that affected anything, but I think my stress levels have been kind of high for the last couple months here. And so that was just like not a fun time. I think because that too is why like in these videos that I filmed, I seemed really sad just because I wasn't feeling good. So the other thing that was kind of challenging for me during the cycle was that on like 12-13 DPO, some of my really close friends actually told me that they were pregnant. And I also, like 6 or 7 people that week announced it on Facebook or Instagram. And so I'm all for like women empowerment and supporting women, and I try very hard as much as I can to not be jealous of women, because I think like we should support women and their processes and, you know, them succeeding as much as possible. And I think it is easy to fall into, you know, a place where you become jealous of other women or their successes, and I just have always tried to not be that person. That said, it was super hard. I don't want to get emotional. It was super hard to like find out that other people were getting pregnant, and for like this rare moment I was jealous, right? And I guess I try so hard to not be that person, to not be jealous of other women. And I thought it was just like this moment where like I'm so excited for these people and our close friends, and I cannot wait for them to create little humans that are just gonna kick ass and rock this world. And I'm so thrilled to have that, and also that hopefully maybe we'll be joining them soon and our kids will be friends with their kids, and that's so cool. But in that moment it was just so hard because I was on, you know, basically my last couple chances to have a positive pregnancy test, and they were negative, and then like right after that, like hearing about these people, and it was just hard. It was really hard. And I think because I had such a difficult 2-week wait, like it just made it more it just made it harder. So I ended up going to my beta test, and I wasn't shocked, but it was negative. And I don't know, I think at that point, like I talked to my wife, and you know, she's super supportive, and she's like, you know, it will happen when it happens. And I do know like some people it takes a while, and like as much as I like know that in my head, it like hit me really hard. It just hit me really hard. I think the other thing is like we started the process in June of 2020, and I was like almost positive, but obviously like I knew it's not like it wasn't 100%, but I was like almost positive that it was going to happen for us in 2020. And I didn't think that we would go into 21 with me not being pregnant, but that's the case. It is January and I'm still not pregnant. So, you know, I just gotta take what the universe is giving me. But I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because I think the other thing that I tried to remember while I was like seeing these other pregnancy tests was I have no idea what those couples went through. You know, all I'm seeing is this one positive pregnancy test, and they could have been trying for a year, you know, a year and a half, 2 years, whatever it may be. And even if they didn't, even if they tried for, you know, only a month or whatever, like the thing that I'm trying to say is that you never know what people are going through, and you never know, you know, how long they've been trying. And so while you might see that positive test, you don't know the story behind that, right? Unless they have a YouTube channel like me. But for the most part, people don't. So I'm trying to remind myself of those things and remain positive. But I just wanted to update everyone, I'm not pregnant. I hope to be pregnant soon. The plan is for me to go into my 3rd IUI cycle this month and kind of see what happens with that. We switched our donor, so we only bought 2 vials of our last donor, and so these upcoming cycles, so the plan is to do at least 1 more before considering IUI or IVF. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited. I feel much better now. I'm still obviously sad that I'm not pregnant, but I'm in a better place, and I do want to pick back up with more of my vlogging and taking you along to my appointments if I can, and also the trigger shot and all that. So stay tuned. I will be posting more soon. As always, thank you for watching my journey, and you know, thank you for all of your kind words. And I hope that if you are trying to conceive also, that you have the best of luck and that you get your that positive soon. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.